Hello, Paul Gerrard again. Welcome back. And in this session, we're going to discuss the issue of record keeping for your investment property. Now, there are two key areas of record keeping. First of which is your acquisition, and then secondly, you've got your general record keeping. So let's consider both of those and run through the topics. Most investors will use a managing agent, a property manager, real estate agent to manage their property, and in return that agent's going to charge a fee. And so it's important then that at the end of the year and each month they're going to send you statements. Now, for tax purposes, we're not really interested in those monthly statements, okay? So you might not need to send those to us. But what we do need from you is you need to summarise the annual position for tax purposes. And the agent statement is a great place to start because the agent will generally provide an annual statement to you, and it will show the total annual rent and then the various expenses that they have paid. Now, that's not going to be the end of it because your expenses are going to extend beyond what the agent pays. Even if you ask the agent to pay most of your expenses, they don't pay everything. For example, your loan payments. Now, for tax deductibility, we are not really interested in the repayments that you've made on any loan. What's key for tax purposes is the interest and fees that you've paid, not the repayments themselves. Big difference in the two, especially if you're on principal and interest repayments. And if you're not quite sure what we're talking about, your tax advisor, your price accounting tax advisor can give you that guidance. It's really straightforward. So your summary needs to incorporate not just the agent paid expenses, but all the expenses. You might be paying the council rates, you might be paying the land tax, you certainly are paying your own loan, and so forth. The important thing to do is then at the end of the year is complete our annual tax checklist. It's a summary, it's a checklist. The idea is it identifies things that you might be missing. For example, you look at your insurances and you see on the tax checklist, building insurance, yep, there's an amount there. Landlord insurance, whoops, I forgot that one. So there's your checklist. Lets you go back to your cloud storage, find that expense that you paid to, let's say, rent cover through EBM insurance. And you see there's my landlord insurance, $239. Include that in the spreadsheet and your deductions covered. Okay. You need a summary for one per property. The tax checklist we provide is really good because not only does it cover the expenses, it covers other key issues such as dates. It also acts as a very comprehensive tax checklist. Great way to make sure you're not missing anything and even identify something that you might think, I need to ask a question about this. I'm not quite sure what that means. Perfect. So look at our videos covering each of those relevant issues. And if you've got further questions, your tax advisor can assist. Record retention. Really important that you keep cloud, etc. storage of all your relevant documents, all your expenses, your agent's statements, everything. These days you can buy a scanner, they're $40, okay? Scan a PDF, put it in the cloud, file it in a really diligent manner, year by year, expense by expense, work out your own system. Now, don't send it to us at year end. I don't want 6 million documents hitting an inbox or a Dropbox or a zip file or anything like that. We're not here to audit you, okay? That's really important as tax advisors. If you send me 100 documents, I have to open each and every one of them. Somebody's going to pay for my time, okay? What we prefer to do is we work from your reasonable summary. If something looks strange, we'll contact you, we'll discuss it. If you've got a question, you'll contact us, ask the question. That's what we expect to do. But we don't really want you to go sending us all your documents, okay? Unless we ask for them. For example, in the event of an audit, we may go back to you and say, can you give us access to your 2017 rental property expense records? The tax officer doing a review, and for example, we'd like to see your council rates notices. Yeah, what I mean? So that covers the annual record keeping to a degree. One of the questions I often get asked is, how long should I be keeping my records for? Yeah, I take the view now with this cloud storage and PDFs and everything else. Scan it all, keep it in the cloud. Just don't cancel the Dropbox, okay? Because if you purge the documents, they're gone. But you can sync across devices, so you can have it synced so it appears on your desktop or your notebook or wherever you are, okay? So you'll have multiple copies of those available. But some people get a bit carried away with the concept of deleting, and I think it comes back from the days of paper. So with the cloud, don't delete stuff, okay? Keep it. Now, the official rule is you need to retain substantiation evidence, receipts, etc. for a period of 5 years following lodgement of the return, okay? I say keep it longer. Why? Because sometimes those costs relate to CGT related outcomes. And if that's the case, you need to keep the documents for 5 years after you've sold the property. So hang on to it, you know. You never know when this document might become needed. So, you know, with cloud storage these days is free, you're largely free or cheap. So have a look into that. And if you've got any need for further guidance, speak to your tax advisor, they can guide you. And I hope that covers this session on record keeping. We look forward to watching some further videos in this series. It's a long series, it covers a lot of content. So have a look at it. Hey, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we're not going to spam you or send you anything like that, but you'll be kept up to date of new developments as they come along. We have got some fantastic series planned for this. Property development, construction related issues, repair related issues. We've got loads of content coming. So look forward to seeing you in another session. Until then, Paul Gerrard over and out. Cheers.